everybody, it's Julie for Hero Arts, and today I am creating this lollipop card using an out-of-the-box technique, and I call it that because when I first saw these images from the Stamp Your Story release, I thought it would be really fun to take this swirl and make a lollipop out of it. You know, those lollipops that you just eat for days and days. So I'm going to take the big swirl image and white emboss that onto some white cardstock, and you could use clear embossing powder, but I think white gives a really nice pop when you get to the next step. So I'm going to heat that up there really nice and smoothly, and then we'll take some neon pink ink dauber and I'm going to swirl that right over the top. Now this could dry on the embossing lines even though it's a resist method. So what I want to do is get that on there quickly and then take a paper towel and just buff it off the embossing lines very quickly so that the only thing that's tinted is the paper. And then we'll set that aside to dry. And then I'll take the neon orange and also the pink and the green daubers and just put little puddles of those onto a paint tray. And then I'm going to load up a water brush with those colors and start spattering them all over just like that onto my white panel. This is going to be my background on the card. And I do want to clean the colors off in between so that I don't end up with a muddy finish. And then we'll trim that down for mounting onto the base card. So we'll go ahead and there we go. My background's all done. I had a lot of fun with that. It was a little messy, but don't worry, I had a full body apron on. And then we'll go ahead and take some of the words and ink those up with black ink and stamp them onto that scrap cardstock. I'm going to start building my lollipop now. So I took a party straw and I cut it in half because it was going to be too thick if I left it the way it was. So we're just going to use half of it, and then I will punch out my lollipop with a 1 3/4 inch hole punch. And then I can take that glue dot there and mount the straw, the half straw, onto the back. And then we'll build a little channel around it with some foam dots, and this is going to give it extra support on the card front. These are double thick foam dots. I think they're 1/8 of an inch thick. And then we can go ahead and take some washi tape. This is a trick that I learned from my friend Lisa when you don't have the right ribbon in the color that you need. And that's to take a strip of washi tape and fold it in half. And there you go. You got ribbon. Voila! I thought that was so awesome. So that's one of my favorite little tricks to use. And we'll just tie that into a knot. You can tie it into a bow, but I don't think you really need to. We'll just trim that off very quickly because it's already going to be bulky as it is with a lollipop. So let's just keep it, the rest of it, as flat as we can. And then I'm going to take a glue dot and kind of tuck that into the end of the straw there. And this will help me anchor that down when I'm gluing the whole thing to the card front. Then the end of the lollipop won't shift around. It'll stay pretty much anchored in place there. So we'll mount the whole thing there to the card front. And then all we have to do is take the sentiments that were stamped on the remainder of that white cardstock and just trim them out. Sometimes I like to do that and pop them up with some foam tape, and it gives them some extra emphasis. So we'll just get those mounted 3D fashion. And there we go, the card is finished. And I thought this was such a cute kids card. And you can change it into more boyish colors, but I thought it was a darling way to use that image out of the box. Thanks for watching.